मैं आपके सामने कुछ आंकड़े पेश करूंगा अभी. I'm going to read out some stats. These are the last 6 T20I matches that India has played since the end of the World Cup. And specifically, I want to tell you who the batsmen were who came out to bat at number 3. There were 5 matches against Australia, literally 4 days after the one-day World Cup final. पहले 3 मैच में ईशान किशन ने बैटिंग करी. पहले 2 मैच में ईशान किशन ने 50 लगाए, 58 and 52. In the third match, he got a duck. Now, for the last 2 matches, अगर आप भूल गए, श्रेयस अय्यर वापस आ चुके थे. यानी कि पहले 3 मैच के लिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज में for those first 3 T20I, Shreyas Iyer was rested. He came back. Ishan Kishan had to vacate that spot, and Shreyas Iyer batted at number 3. He got 8 in the first T20 and he got 53 in the second T20. That series ended right there. India won the series 4-1, and almost immediately a slightly different looking T20I side departed for South Africa for 3 T20Is. पहला मैच वॉश आउट. दूसरे मैच में श्रेयस अय्यर खेले ही नहीं. यानी कि the man who I believe is best suited to bat at number 3 in the T20 World Cup in the West Indies 6 months from now was not playing that match. ईशान किशन भी दोस्तों उस मैच में नहीं खेले. द ओपनर्स वर शुभमन गिल, ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ और तिलक वर्मा नंबर 3 पे आए. तिलक वर्मा ने 29 रन बनाए 20 बॉल पे. ओके, नाउ आज है तीसरा और आखिरी T20I, इंडिया वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका. विल श्रेयस अय्यर कम बैक? Anyone's guess. Will Ishan Kishan come back? Anyone's guess. After this series is wrapped up, India play one-days, test matches. The next and final T20I assignment for the Indian team is in the month of January, literally some 4 days after the test series ends in South Africa, 3 matches against Afghanistan. Now, मुद्दा आज का जिसको लेकर मैं बात करूंगा और आपकी राय भी जानना चाहूंगा. आपके पास आज के मैच के बाद तीसरे T20 के बाद अगेंस्ट साउथ अफ्रीका आपके पास केवल 3 मैच हैं against Afghanistan. Highly unlikely that KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli will play a T20I series against Afghanistan just 4 days after the end of what promises to be a very tough but grueling 2-test match series. These are the last T20s that India will play until the T20I World Cup. यानी कि आपके पास सिर्फ आईपीएल का पहला महीना है. नाउ, जब तक बीसीसीआई या कोई भी प्लेयर, कोई भी व्यक्ति इंडियन टीम से सबके सामने खुले में आकर ये बोले कि रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली, केएल राहुल हमारे T20 वर्ल्ड कप प्लान्स में नहीं है, तो हमको मान के चलना पड़ेगा कि डिस्पाइट Rohit and Virat not playing a T20I for over a year now. The first week of November in 2022 was the last time that either of these two gentlemen played a T20 match for India. We don't know where KL Rahul stands in the scheme of things. So, the crucial position I want to talk about today is number 3, a spot that Virat Kohli has occupied with distinguished numbers, outstanding numbers in his long and vast and spectacular T20I career. Now, if we assume that he's not going to be around for the T20 World Cup, the name that I would like to see is Shreyas Iyer because he plays spin the best in this Indian team. और जहां पे ये T20 World Cup होगा primarily West Indies के पिचेस, उस पे आपको एक ऐसा नंबर 3 चाहिए जो स्पिन को बेहतरीन तरीके से खेले. सूर्य कुमार यादव, big fan of him in T20s, but you still need a bit of a stable player at number 3. हालांकि Sky's got 200s from number 3. I believe purely for the duration of the T20 World Cup, Sky should bat at number 4. Openers, we won't get there. I'm talking today about the crucial place at number 3. 2 scenarios I'll put in front of you. One, that as I'm expecting them to do, हालांकि मैं इस बात से सहमत नहीं हूं कि आईपीएल के टाइम जब T20 वर्ल्ड कप शुरू हो जाएगा, you will see Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli's names as well as most likely KL Rahul. विराट कोहली अगर जाते हैं T20 वर्ल्ड कप तो जाहिर सी बात है कि वो केवल और केवल नंबर 3 पर खेलेंगे. Where does that then leave Shreyas Iyer? Does Shreyas Iyer then fall back to number 5? And if he does fall at number 5, that leaves you one spot which you have to give to Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya bats at number 6. Where then does your wicket keeper fall in? Because your keeper cannot be batting at number 7. अगर आप नंबर 7 पे कीपर को खिला रहे हो तो जाहिर सी बात है कि आप एक बॉलर कम कर रहे हो. So there's lots of possible permutations, combinations, a lot of doubt, a lot of insecurities, I'm sure, over the fringe players who've been doing so well. But they know कि भाई जब ये senior players वापस आएंगे हमें शायद वो जगह वेकेट करना पड़ेगा. Still 6 months to go. A lot of time for the BCCI selectors to decide which 15 they want to send to the T20 World Cup. But आज के शो पे मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ about the crucial number 3 spot. I believe it should go to Shreyas Iyer. But as I said, जब तक BCCI खुले में आकर नहीं कहती है कि हम विराट कोहली और रोहित शर्मा से आगे बढ़े हैं, तो आपको कम से कम दो जगह रखनी पड़ेगी for these two experienced white ball titans to come back. And I think today's third match against South Africa might be an indication whether it's going to be Shreyas Iyer or Ishan Kishan or Tilak Verma. Lots of options. Very, very confusing if you're looking at from my perspective with 6 months to go and that pivotal 1 month or the first month of the IPL, which probably stands to dictate the overall nature of India's T20I World Cup squad. But to your minds, let me know. Please comment during the video. Please comment. If you've missed the video, come back and comment in this video. I'll post it on social media as well for all of you who perhaps did not catch this live stream. Let me know. Who do you think should India bat at number 3 at next year's T20 World Cup in the West Indies and North America? चलिए लेट्स सी कि लाइव स्ट्रीम पर कौन कौन मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं और किसने क्या कहा। मनीष ने कहा गुड मॉर्निंग। गुड मॉर्निंग। हमारी ऑलरेडी गुफ्तगू हो चुकी है ट्विटर पे। गुड टू सी यू मनीष। किरण is saying we can only afford one out of Kohli, Rohit and Rahul. Can't have two of them in the same team. Would personally prefer Kohli for his incredible performance in T20 World Cup. One anchor is enough. I'm going to have to disagree with you, my friend Kiran. रोहित शर्मा ने खुद कहा इस साल के we don't need anchors in T20s. And if you look purely at the T20 World Cup, which is going to be played on some slow and low West Indies pitches where the players who have a high dot ball percentages, like Ishan Kishan, like Rituraj Gaikwad, like Virat Kohli, they're going to have a very, very tough time. So personally, as great as Virat Kohli has been, as you said, in T20 World Cups, the fact that those runs, A, have not translated into a title, and secondly, the kind of pitches which I expect the Indian team to be struggling on, I don't think Virat Kohli should be there. It's just going to end up being a handicap. Of course, बहुत अनगिनत fans कहेंगे कि नहीं, चुप Jamie, Virat Kohli is the highest run getter, all that stuff. I get that. But if you want to win the T20 World Cup, I think it's not going to come if you pick Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and KL Rahul. You have enough experience in Shreyas Iyer, Hardik Pandya, Suryakumar Yadav, and Jasprit Bumrah. Jadeja might be there. Halanki, he's another player who I think he shouldn't be there. But I think it's better off for Indian cricket, and the chances of winning a T20 World Cup become better if you stick with the likes of Shubman Gill and Ishan Kishan and Jitesh Sharma, Rinku Singh, Tilak Verma, Jaiswal. Just let these guys go out there, express themselves. Don't let them get bogged down by what's happened in the past. So I think if you send KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, and Rohit Sharma, that's going to happen. Shaurya saying, Jamie bro, Test cricket is back. Yes, I was watching both the tests. I was watching India versus England women's Test match, and I was watching Pakistan Australia. And just before this show, as I was making my coffee, the wicket of Usman Khwaja finally fell. Your prediction for SA versus India Test: South Africa 2-0. Pak versus Australia, Australia 3-0. Virender Kumar, David Warner 82 runs, 92 balls. Mitchell Johnson को जवाब मिल गया। फिलहाल जवाब मिल गया, लेकिन अगर आप मिचेल जॉनसन की बातें को एक बार फिर से सुनेंगे या पढ़ेंगे, हाँ टोन शायद थोड़ा खराब था, बट ही हैड अ पॉइंट। और यही आंकड़े आज फॉक्स स्पोर्ट्स वाले टीवी पे उन्होंने लगाया था कि डेविड वार्नर्स नंबर्स in the last 24 months were actually very, very bad. So Mitchell Johnson had a point, but trust David Warner of all people to bounce back as you expect him to with runs from his bat. Iyer, despite consistently performing for India, failed in crucial match in World Cup. He did. But look, before this World Cup semi-final, in previous knockout matches of ICC events, Virat Kohli had 8 runs in 3 matches. So he was given a chance. He got 100 and a 50. So I'm not going to judge Iyer on one match in a knockout. He got 100 in the semi-final and he failed in the final. But are you going to say that Iyer is suddenly the reason for India's defeat? Are you going to question Iyer based on one failure in his first World Cup final? Come on, I think we've all watched enough cricket to judge people on the basis of one match. By that logic, Virat Kohli should not have even played the World Cup, because before this World Cup semi-final, in 3 World Cup knockout matches, he had scores of 2, 3-2 or something. So, but we didn't judge Virat Kohli for his failure, no. So let's be a bit nicer to Iyer. You can't judge him on one failure. Thoughts on Rinku going with same mindset playing knockouts? Like I said, Rinku Singh probably will not even play next year's T20 World Cup because once the BCCI make the mistake of calling back Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and KL Rahul, you're going to have to give up three spots. And unfortunately, one spot will be Rinku Singh. Like I said yesterday in yesterday's live stream and the day before, I love Rinku Singh. I love what he's doing. But what is the point of all these runs from Rinku Singh if the moment the selectors call back Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, and Rohit Sharma, and Hardik Pandya comes back, Rinku's not going to play a single match in the T20. So how do you then ask the question about Rinku Singh and knockouts? Forget knockouts. He probably won't play a single league match. So very, very unfortunate. Tewatia in place of Tilak and Samson for Jay Sharma? No. Sanju Samson should never play for India again in T20s. And Tewatia, I mean, between him, Tewatia bats in a very specific role. He's a finisher at number 6. Tilak Verma bats 3-4. So I would not want to compare someone who bats at 6 and someone who bats at number 3. Makes no sense. Manish keh rahe, it's not fair, but they're going to pick up World Cup team based on players available post ruling IPL. Not entirely true, मनीष, क्योंकि जब आपको आईसीसी को वर्ल्ड कप स्क्वाड्स देना पड़ेगा वो आईपीएल के तकरीबन हाफ वे मार्क पे होगा. तो आप ये मान के चलिए कि बीसीसीआई selectors will pick some players based on their form in the first 1 month of the IPL. Also remember this month, because of the elections, this year the IPL is starting earlier. So it's not like the selectors are going to think of who's playing the entire IPL. They're going to pick these players based on the first month. अब दूसरे महीने में किसी को इंजरी हो गया, कोई थक गया, वो भाई किसी के हाथ में नहीं है. But yes, it is IPL performance. One down should be Iyer/Verma. Yes, I agree. It should be one of them. Sports fan is saying, enjoying test match after a long time. I know, India versus England, Park versus Australia. Bilkul. Debutants Jamie and Shubi looking good till now after openers got out. Park bowling is inexperienced and pathetic as expected. Again, without Naseem Shah, without Haris Shroff, barring Shaheen Afridi, I was watching. I mean, Fahim Ashraf is bowling 128, 130. That other fellow Khurram Shehzad is bowling 135, and that Jamal also. So definitely, like Ricky Ponting said, this is one of the slowest Pakistan pace bowling attacks to come to Pakistan. Shaurya saying, I think Kohli, Rohit, and Rahul should focus on Test cricket. They should focus on winning WTC. Exactly what I've been saying for the whole year. Hi, Pavan Suresh, how are you? Shubham, hello, Jimmy. Did you catch Rohit Sharma's video statement? Not the video, but I read the transcription on several websites. He got emotional, obviously, as you can expect. You batted so well. You were the best batsman for the Indian team. You captained very well. You were handicapped by Hardik Pandya's absence. You were 10-0, and then you just blew it in the final. So of course he was very, very distraught, and I'm sure he still hasn't recovered. It's been what? It's been 3 weeks, a little under a month now. मैं खुद उस सदमा तो नहीं कहूंगा, but I just still cannot believe how a team that went 10-0 played an utterly contrasting brand of cricket in the final. But anyway, I think everyone else has moved on. The BCCI surely has moved on. The fans have surely moved on. So, but I did feel the worst for Rohit Sharma that day on November 19th. So anyway, I'm gonna keeping in mind the T20 World Cup, दोस्तों, मैं आपके सामने दो hypothetical scenarios रखता हूँ. Scenario number 1 कि BCCI selector, जैसे कि मैं समझता हूँ वो करेंगे, वो रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली और केएल राहुल को वापस लाएंगे, और ऑफ कोर्स हार्दिक पांड्या 18 वीक रिकवरी के बाद वो आएंगे. तो जब ये 4 सीनियर प्लेयर आएंगे, जाहिर सी बात है कि 4 प्लेयर्स को इस स्क्वाड से उनको वेकेट करना पड़ेगा. लेट्स अस्यूम रोहित शर्मा opens. That means one opener is gone. That means one of Shubman, Yashasvi Jaiswal, and Gaikwad have to go. Who would you pick as your second opener alongside Rohit Sharma? Second scenario, scenario 1, second player, Virat Kohli comes back. Number 3 से ईशान किशन या जो भी है उनको हटना पड़ेगा, तिलक वर्मा को हटना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, विराट कोहली आते हैं तो नंबर 3 पे जो श्रेयस अय्यर थे उनको हटना पड़ेगा. स्काई तो 4 पे खेलेंगे. अब अगर आपको श्रेयस अय्यर पे 5 पे खिलाना है तो सवाल ये है, हाउ देन डू यू फिट इन हार्दिक पांड्या एंड हाउ देन डू यू फिट इन विकेट कीपर? क्योंकि कीपर जो है, अगर वो जितेश हैं जो 6 पे खेलते हैं, 6 पे तो हार्दिक पांड्या खेलेंगे, और 5 पे श्रेयस अय्यर। दैट मीन्स अगर केएल राहुल आते हैं तो केएल राहुल के नाम के पीछे WK जुड़ा होगा, यानी कि केएल राहुल मिडिल ऑर्डर में खेलेंगे और जितेश शर्मा का पत्ता कट गया और फिर रिंकू सिंह का पत्ता कट गया। एंड योर बैटिंग विल देन बी रोहित, another opener, Virat 3, Sky 4, Shreyas Iyer 5. No, KL Rahul. I mean, Shreyas Iyer also goes out. KL Rahul 5 as the keeper, and number 6 will be Hardik Pandya, followed by 7 all rounder, and then 4 bowlers. Okay. Now, hypothetical scenario number 2: BCCI KL Rahul, रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली को वापस नहीं बुलाते हैं। अब आप बताइए कि what do you think India's ideal starting 11 should be for the T20 World Cup? There's no Rohit, there's no Virat, and there's no KL Rahul. Hypothetically, I'm saying, and only Hardik Pandya comes back. Or your openers, I would say my one opener would be Jaiswal. My second opener would be Shubman Gill. I would bat Shreyas Iyer at 3. I would bat Suryakumar Yadav at 4. I would bat Rinku Singh at 5, and then I would have to take the tough call of leaving out an all-rounder. Bat Hardik Pandya 6, bat Jitesh at 7. Expect कि Hardik Pandya 4 ओवर फेंकेंगे। यार 4 ओवर की बात है, बंदा डाल सकता है। And then you have 4 bowlers to come. 8, 9, 10, 11 would be another spinner and then 3 fast bowlers. Does that make sense to you? Comment below. They can open with the Rohit and Virat, so Rinku can play at 5. They could. But are you saying that in a T20 World Cup you're going to open with a 36-year-old and a 35-year-old? मुश्किल है भाई मेरे दोस्त. Ravi Shankar is saying after 20 days, 25 days of World Cup, still can't believe what Virat Kohli and KL Rahul were doing after a power play. No boundary and 97 balls. I agree, my friend. It is one of the strangest things I've seen in 28 years of watching cricket. Not just their rather odd partnership, but the fact that in 40 overs, Indian team managed just 4 boundaries. You want answers from both Virat Kohli and Rahul? आपको नहीं मिलेगा दोस्त रविशंकर. ये लोग आपको नहीं मानते, हमको नहीं मानते. Who are they accountable to? No one. More all-rounders for World Cup in Caribbean. Okay. Like I asked yesterday and I didn't get an answer. Can someone name me 3 all-rounders? मनीष, आप मुझे 3 काबिल all-rounders के नाम दीजिए जो डोमेस्टिक सैयद मुश्ताक अली में बैटिंग करते हैं, बॉलिंग करते हैं, जो आईपीएल में बैटिंग करते हैं, बॉलिंग करते हैं, और मैं आपको अपना जवाब दूंगा उन तीनों पर. केवल 3 नाम दीजिए मुझे. Shaurya saying, I am confident that India would at least win, draw a test. I'm not as confident, but I hope you are right. Yashasvi as second opener, but Gill would be favored. Jitesh at number 5 is keeper, Rinku at 6. But again, none in top 6 can bowl will be detrimental. Exactly. That, what you just said, that actually, even if we assume that Kohli, Rohit or Rahul nahi aate hain, it still doesn't make sense, because where does Hardik Pandya bat? You're telling me Hardik Pandya bats 4. And then where does Iyer bat? Iyer bats 3. Where does Sky bat? So, my friend, sports fan, even this combination you've given me, it's not making sense. If Jaiswal opens, okay, so you're saying Gaikwad and Gill open, तो आपका नंबर 3 कौन है, आपका नंबर 4 कौन है, और हार्दिक पांड्या कहां बैटिंग करेंगे? Something about your analysis is not adding up, my friend. In Rohit video, why he never mentioned why it was a one-sided match? What Australia did right? यार इंडिया में हम लोग, एक तो हम अपनी खुद की गलती कभी नहीं मानते, ऊपर से हम सामने वाले की टीम की तारीफ नहीं करते, तो tough to expect. There's a flashing light above me. Hopefully this bulb doesn't go off. देखते हैं क्या होता है. Yeah, I think you guys are expecting too much if you expect answers from Rohit Sharma, acceptance from Virat Kohli. नहीं होगा भाई, नहीं होगा. Selection of underperforming legacy brand name players is like seasonal flu for BCCI. Unfortunately, you're right. Is वीरेंद्र कह रहे केएल राहुल, विराट कोहली, रोहित गेम ओवर करो T20 से. करना चाहिए दोस्त, पर ये नहीं करेंगे. India is going to win this test series? I don't think so. No, my friend, I don't think so. Jadeja also have to go. He's liability in our team. बिल्कुल जडेजा की बैटिंग सालों से नहीं चली है T20 में, और पिछले 2 साल में उन्होंने 11 मैचेस खेले हैं, केवल 5 विकेट लिए हैं, कुछ 42-43 की औसत से, और तकरीबन 7.5 की इकोनॉमी. सो आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज डूइंग देयर. ऊपर से किस बेवकूफ ने उसको वाइस कैप्टन बनाया, ये मेरे समझ से बाहर है. Utsav, you've asked a question that's been asked to me a million times in this live stream. We don't have fast bowling all rounders because it's very very tough to be a fast bowling all rounder. It takes an immense load on your body. India we prefer to bat because batting is what gets you noticed. तो अगर कोई इंसान है जो तेज bowling करता भी है, he's always going to sacrifice that in terms of his batting. He's going to want to impress domestic selectors and BCCI selectors with his batting. Venkatesh Iyer does not bowl for IPL. I've said this. Shivam Dube does not bowl in the IPL. They both hardly bowl in domestic. So, like I said yesterday, and I asked today also, can any of you who comment so much on cricket, you keep asking me about these fast bowling all rounders? Can you even name me three fast bowling all rounders outside Hardik Pandya? Give me three names, and I will tell you why these three individuals, if you can even name me three, they will not play for India. Amandeep कह रहे हैं KL Rahul, Rohit, and Virat are unnecessarily being pushed to play the T20 format. Are they? I don't think so. I don't think so. If they were, they would have been here now, na, in this tour. Shaurya, Jamie Jared made a video, Evan Gulbis effect. Evan Gulbis effect. Evan Gulbis तो BBL का एक player था ना. Great video, possible answer. I don't know. I've not seen this video, so I'm not sure. But I remember Evan Gulbis used to play the BBL, I think. And for Tasmania, maybe, or was it Victoria? एक domestic player थे वो. He was like their Rajat Bharti, if I'm not mistaken. Ravi Shankar कह रहे हैं my playing 11 for the first match of IC Men's T20I World Cup 2024. Rohit, Ishan, Tilak, Surya, Rinku, Hardik, Jadeja, Chahar, Kuldeep, Bumrah, Arshdeep. You will not select Kohli. Well, that's what I've been saying, my friend. How does the BCCI communicate to Virat Kohli that we're taking Rohit to the World Cup, but we're not taking you? I don't think any selector is going to want to have that discussion. So, like I'm feeling, it's either going to be none of Kohli, Rahul, and Virat, or it's going to be all three of them. I personally don't see a scenario where of Rohit, Kohli, and Rahul, one or two go and one or two stays back. It's either you take all three or you drop all three, or you take a call कि भाई हम इन तीनों को नहीं खिला पाएंगे. Um, yeah, I mean, how again? I get your logic why you're choosing Rohit over Virat, and I agree with you on that matter. But can you tell me any selector that's going to tell Virat, we're not taking you, we're taking Rohit? Good luck. Anyways, more coffee time. Sports fan. Evan Gulbis effect is having Shardul as number 8 to give sense of security for long batting lineup so that batters can go hard and not bat defensive. But Shardul didn't play the last what, like 7 World Cup matches. So I'm not sure how that works in. Yeah, I don't know what the. I'll have to watch Jared's video. Why aren't Siraj and Shami in the conversation for T20 World Cup? I definitely think Mohammad Siraj he's just been rested for this series. Um, Shami, I don't know. I mean, Shami's not played that many T20 as of late. So, but again, look, as I said, whatever we discuss here, the IPL selection, the IPL will dictate selection for India's T20 World Cup. So, if in the first month of the IPL next year, Mohammad Shami takes 15 wickets, he might be there. It's a BCI. Anything is possible. They recalled Ashwin after 2 years for one days. And in 2022, they recall Ashwin after some 5 years for T20. So anything is possible. मैं कह रहा हूँ धोनी को भी बुला दो while you're at it. Rohit and Rahul will hit at least 1 century in the upcoming test. I hope so. Because if they don't score runs, India can't win. Why Jadeja is not in the same bracket of Rohit, Virat, KL, Rahul? No one talks about him dropping. I've been saying it for a long time. Jadeja should not be part of India's T20I team. I mean, in the last 2 years, in fact, let me just confirm that because at the stats, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. India team last 2 years. What Jadeja, if I'm not mistaken, has taken 5 wickets in 11 matches at an average of over 42. And hang on, don't go anywhere. I'm just taking you the stats in the next 5 seconds. ठीक है? Don't go anywhere. Here we go. ये लो जी जवाब आपके सामने आ गया. This let me tell you about Jadeja. Okay. पिछले 2 साल में T20I मैचेस में रविंद्र जडेजा ने 10 मैच खेले हैं, केवल 5 विकेट लिए हैं, 5 विकेट 45 की औसत से, एंड एन इकोनॉमी ऑफ 7.64, 7.64. दैट मींस इन T20Is his bowling numbers are terrible. Let's check his corresponding batting numbers for, since he's an all-rounder. ठीक है, पिछले 2 साल में T20 में जडेजा ने 9 पारियों में 220 रन बनाए हैं, 44 average, because he has 4 not outs and a strike rate of 141. So while the batting is decent, his primary skill, bowling, has let him down. But I am still surprised that people are not questioning why he's still around. And also, crucially, why is he made the vice captain? Very strange, you know? Amandeep saying, then why are there talks of Roy being the captain? I think, Amandeep, you joined the live stream late. I began the live stream by saying, until the BCCI takes a stance and publicly comments whether they've moved on from Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, and KL Rahul in any discussion, चाहे आप अपने दोस्तों के बीच करते हो या सोशल मीडिया में किसी से एंगेज करते हो या आप और मैं यहाँ बात कर रहे, we have to make 2 T20 World Cup teams for next June. One in which KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, and Rohit Sharma return, and one in which these three players don't return. And if they do return, if KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, and Rohit Sharma return, and Hardik Pandya comes back, this is why I'm saying, Amandeep, these 5 matches against Australia, these 3 matches against South Africa, and the 3 against Afghanistan, they are absolutely inconsequential. Rinku Singh, I said it yesterday, Rinku Singh can score a 50 every match. Gaikwad can score 100 every match. Bishnoi can take 10 wickets every match. These players will not play a single match of the T20 World Cup if the BCCI, and I'm saying the word if, it's a big if they go back to Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, and then Hardik Pandya naturally comes back. So you guys can ask me questions about Rinku Singh, you can ask me questions about Arshdeep, you can ask me questions about any player. मैं कहूंगा बेहतरीन मौके हैं ये 8-11 मैचेस इन खिलाड़ी के लिए, लेकिन अगर घुमा फिरा के बीसीसीआई उन्हीं 3 सीनियर्स के पास जाएंगे जो आज तक मिलके एक वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जिता पाए, तो व्हाट डज रिंकू सिंह रन्स अमाउंट टू, व्हाट डज तिलक वर्मा's form amount to, what does बेचारा जितेश शर्मा's keeping and finishing amount to, when for the biggest tournament एक चुटकी में इन लोगों को बाहर किया जाएगा. So I don't know, because the BCCI refuses to take a stand on these players. Adding to my last comment, Utsav कह रहे हैं, Australia doesn't fear playing these all-rounders, green, hardy, stones, and bilaterals, and we play bilaterals like a do-or-die match. Yeah, I guess there's a massive difference in the way these teams think, no? Akshat saying, sir, you think cricket, like any sport, has to do with cricketing skill set like bowling, fielding, batting, while age, fitness are important but not prerequisites to excel? I mean, I think if you're going to be good at cricket, you have to be fit, first of all. You have to be mentally tough, and then you have to be good at fielding, bowling, batting. So I'm not sure what your question is, because all you mentioned: bowling, fielding, batting, age, fitness. All 5 are massively important. I mean, Alistair Cook is well over 40 and he's still playing domestic cricket. Jimmy Anderson is well over 40. He's still playing test cricket. So all 5 of these skill sets you mentioned, they're all equally important. Shreyas saying it simply means if you don't have reliable batters behind you, you get defensive. Go into a shell, take the game deep to recover in the death over. They didn't trust Surya or Jadeja. Makes perfect sense. But like I've been saying since the month of January, why the hell did you even take Surya Kumar Yadav to the World Cup? It's clear to me at least, और मैं 28 साल से देख रहा हूँ कि सूर्य कुमार यादव, जितना भी उनको मैंने देखा है 2.5 साल में, वो वनडे क्रिकेट के लिए फिट नहीं है. So why did you take him to the one day World Cup if you don't trust him? Jadeja is batting. He's not been a convincing white ball batter now for 2 years. What's he doing there? So I'm all for Jared Kimber's video. I'm all for this extra effort to try and find some analysis. But I don't need to watch a Jared Kimber video. I don't need to know about the Evan Galvis effect to tell you कि इंडिया की टीम सिलेक्शन ही खराब थी उस फाइनल मैच के लिए. और जब आपके कोर स्किल्स ही खराब है, जब आपके पास वो मेंटालिटी नहीं है, द किलर इंस्टिंक्ट, फिर आप जो भी एवन गल्विस के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं या जो भी, इट डजंट मेक सेंस. एनीवन कैन सी कि इंडिया ने उस दिन, इंडिया की टीम उस लायक नहीं थी. सूर्य कुमार यादव को आपको 7 मैच मजबूरन खिलाना पड़ा क्योंकि हार्दिक पांड्या इंजर्ड थे, राइट? जडेजा द बॉलर वाज डूइंग फैंटास्टिकली. But Jadeja, the batter still was not convincing. सबको मालूम था कि जिस दिन टॉप 5 नहीं चले, इंडिया की बैटिंग बहुत बहुत वीक है. So I don't need to be told about any Evan Galvis effect to understand that. I mean, I'm sure it's got its logic, but सिंपल सी बात है, इंडिया की टीम बहुत बहुत खराब थी against that Australian team. As simple as that. Munish, here first scenario. Jaiswal second opener, keeper Ishan at six. But again, if Ishan's batting at number six, he doesn't bat six. ईशान किशन सिर्फ और सिर्फ ओपनर या नंबर 3 है. तो अगर आप ईशान को 6 पे खिला रहे हो, इसमें कोई लॉजिक नहीं है. अगर आपको नंबर 6 पे कीपर चाहिए, तो आपके पास एक बना बनाया प्रोडक्ट है, जितेश शर्मा, जो डोमेस्टिक में 6 पे खेलते हैं और जो आईपीएल में 6 पे खेलते हैं. अचानक आप ईशान किशन को बोलोगे, जो ओपनिंग करते हैं, कि आप 6 पे खेलो. Makes no sense, right, Manish? Hardik at 7. Hardik at 7. So that means three all-rounders. Hardik, Shivam. Again. My friend, शिवम दुबे डोमेस्टिक में बॉलिंग बहुत बहुत कम करते हैं और आईपीएल में करते नहीं. अगर आपको इंडियन टीम में आना है एज एन ऑलराउंडर, तो सबसे पहला क्राइटेरिया है मनीष, आपको आईपीएल में बॉलिंग डालनी पड़ेगी. सीएसके के लिए शिवम दुबे ने एक भी गेंद नहीं डाला. केकेआर के लिए अय्यर ने एक भी गेंद नहीं डाला. तेवाटिया ने केवल एक या दो बार पूरे आईपीएल में बॉलिंग किया. ललित वर्मा, माफी चाहूंगा, वो तो डोमेस्टिक बहुत कम खेलते हैं, इंडिया के लिए नहीं खेल पाएंगे. महिपाल लोमरोर, not going to play for India. Abhishek Sharma, spin bowler. The question was, name me three, सिर्फ तीन, मात्र तीन सीम बॉलिंग ऑलराउंडर्स जो कि सैयद मुश्ताक अली में बॉलिंग करते हैं और जो आईपीएल में बॉलिंग करते हैं. और मैं दावे से कह सकता हूं कि आप लोग ऐसे तीन नाम मेरे सामने नहीं पेश कर पाओगे, क्योंकि ऐसे तीन ऑलराउंडर्स है ही नहीं हमारे डोमेस्टिक में. Ravi Shankar is saying, decode this. The love people given to me and the team gives us the motivation to get back again and again and start looking for another ultimate prize. Rohit Sharma said this. What is the another ultimate prize? A trophy, I guess? Kiran saying, Kohli, Rohit and Rahul will score terrific 65 in 10 overs. They are failing from 15 years. I have a feeling a young team can win. Bilkul, I've been saying this for a long time. T20 has to be a young man's game. Killer Knight saying, sir, why are you not considering Kohli at number 3? Simply because it's been over a year. It's been 13 months since Virat Kohli last played a T20I. To be considered for a format, you have to be playing that format. And it's been 13 months since Virat Kohli played a T20I for India. That's my logic for not taking him. आप 1.5 साल से एक फॉर्मेट से बाहर रहोगे. How do you come back? As simple. Virender is saying, Jitesh Sharma, my 100 T20 World Cup. I would love to see him go, but मुश्किल है, क्योंकि अगर केएल राहुल को ये लोग लेंगे, तो फिर जितेश का पत्ता कटने वाला है. Ravi Shankar is saying, in this World Cup, there's only one player who only played for the World Cup. That was Rohit Sharma, not Virat Kohli and KL Rahul. I get where you're coming from. Shaurya saying, was Ravi Shastri right in quoting Shaheen is no Wasim Akram? Don't hype him. Absolutely. I mean, he's been very good overall, but post that Asia Cup loss to India, he's been very, 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 very different. Akshat saying, sir, I meant bowling, fielding, batting, if done right, age and fitness seems unimportant. Yes, now that makes a bit more sense. Age and fitness. But again, you have to be fit. Like Virat Kohli is supremely fit. There is no fitter Indian cricketer in the world than Virat Kohli, which is why I feel he could be around in 3 years. But in 3 formats, nahi, wo to nahi ho payega. Yes, like Yuvraj in World Cup 11, he wasn't young or fit, but he played amazing. That's different. Yuvraj was just one of those once in a generational, unbelievable talents, man. Kiran saying, except Bumrah, who do you see as a great death bowler? In an Indian team? Nobody. And that's a major concern going into 2024. Anyways, guys, 35 minute hone wale hain. Thank you all for your comments. Do stick around, come back, share the stream with others. Like, subscribe, hit the like button more than subscribe. Very, very important. And let's see, I will catch you tomorrow when I review tonight's third and final T20I between India and South Africa. Love you all. Have a great Thursday.